All right, everyone, welcome back to another Fat Phil video. And, you know, I've got a channel update. Yeah, I've got something that I've been wanting to talk about a little bit here, and that is, uh, you know, I've been playing Galaxy of Heroes for about 5 years and creating for 2 of those years, and I've had a blast. And this channel has grown to more than I truthfully ever thought it would be, and I have you guys as the community to thank for that. And it's something that I hold a lot of pride in. That this is something I started from scratch on my iPhone, just uploading for the fun of it. And at times there's absolutely a lot of fun, and other times it's like, man, just got to make sure I'm keeping pace with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. But I want to talk about this video, this channel update, why I'm really excited, and that is because I've entered into a partnership with Raid Shadow Legends here. This game has already kind of blown me out of the water a little bit in regard to just the attention to detail inside of it. We're going to be posting some content on this. It will be in its own playlist in my channel, guys. And if you're interested in joining me in this journey, there is a QR code that you can click right here. Go ahead, click this QR code, download it, with your mobile device, whatever. Go ahead and do that. And then what you're going to want to do once you get that, I'm going to have a section of my Discord with some promo codes for this game. You can enter up to one of those codes in your first 24 hours. You're going to get a free champion. I chose to go with Green Warden Ruark here. Listen, guys, I'm not going to be here to tell you the best things right away. We're going to be learning this game. But what's really cool is you get this guy for free. Upon download, there's Elenaril as well, which is a legendary character. And what I really found interesting here is that when you go to the index, and if you just click on, say, the high elves, you can see, okay, the best one, the mythical, is Galathier. And then here's Elenaril. So you're getting a legendary character, which, again, below that is epic and rare and uncommon. And then below uncommon, when we go to some of these other factions here, is commons. Oops. Let's scroll down a little bit. There's uncommon again. Come on, somebody give me a common one. I've got plenty of commons. There we go, common. So you're getting a character that's pretty high up in the list already at the start. And that is really going to help you progress through a lot of your battles, really help you progress through a lot of these things. So again, music's going to cut off here for a second, but I want to make sure that you guys click this QR code one more time. I've kind of kept it up here. Want to make sure you guys can see that. So let's talk about just what it's like to play Raid Shadow Legends. We're going to first just go into the campaign, and we're going to come over here to Felwin's Gate. And we're going to do this last battle here. So we're going to try to do this battle. What I find really cool is to get 3 stars on this mission, you need to beat it with 2 characters or fewer with no losses. You can beat the stage with no losses for 2 stars, and then if you just beat it, you get 1 star. I actually really like this description because it does give you some context as to what you should be doing. So we're just going to try and beat this with these 2 champions. The other thing I've noticed with this game, just watch, I have the auto feature already enabled. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to press buttons. You can just automatically auto battles, automatically auto. That is a really, really cool UI in my opinion, that it's less buttons that you have to click, that it's really just letting you go through and play the game, whether you want to do the manual or the auto. That is just a really nice feature. And honestly, as you guys see, the auto is actually pretty darn good. It is not sometimes when you press auto in some games, man, they're making the worst choices possible. This one, I will say, it really does actually play the game well for you. So the auto, I'm very, very impressed with this. I mean, just look at between the sound designs, the graphics, and then even when you click on some of these other things. Oh, wow, look at this, right? I haven't had sound on for this yet. That is sick.
But before leaving the gate, a wounded skinwalker seized hold of one of them and growled, "See what you do. Not good. We bar gate for reason. None can help them now."
I'd never had the sound on for that. I'd been reading them, but I'd never had the sound on for it. That is so cool that there's, lore to this game. There is like a story that you are going through. That is just so incredibly awesome. The other thing here while we're on this screen is your characters earned experience from that fight. Think about every other game that you play. The only way to level up characters is through the use of, training droids or some sort of credit system, which that does exist here, as I will show you guys. That is a thing where you have to go and level up your characters. But another way is just through going into battle. So here, I can come in my store and I want to level up this guy. All right, let's bring him up to level 30. There we go. Brought him up to levels. But if I go and use him inside of a battle, I also earn experience, which is really, really cool. Because this will allow you to, again, sort of work on some of these characters who maybe you would like to level up. So look, I'm going to take her out, and I'm just going to put in one of these level 1 characters. And we're going to go ahead and start this up. And what you guys will see is it's a great way to just level up your roster is to bring in a weaker character here, because in these dungeon battles, what you're going to see is that you don't need everybody to survive to get the stars. You just want to earn the rewards. And so now what we're going to do is get to the final battle here where there's this boss, right? I mean, this is sick. Again, really cool battles here inside of the dungeons, and then we'll get back into the campaign, even do some squad arenas, and then open up some character packs. I've got a lot of stuff I want to cover, and this is just scratching the surface. I mean, I can't tell you how excited I am to be, starting this journey here. So again, just look at the fighting going on here. Again, look, there goes that hero, right? We lost that champion, but we've still got these guys going at it here. And again, you can see that my legendary champions are doing a lot more damage than the other two, which is to be expected. You've got some powerful characters that are really going to allow you to move through faster. So there we go, completing that. And then look at the level up, right? We just leveled up that character because we used them in a fight. Even though he, basically did nothing, he still earned points. And I really like that element. I got to say, that's probably one of my favorite things about this, is that you're going to be able to earn experience for characters just by bringing them into a battle. And as you guys see, there's no punishment for me losing that character. I just get to, move through the game. So I do want to switch over here and go to an arena battle just to show you arena. So again, you go into arena here and you can set your arena defense. So this is my arena defense, right? And again, you can change this out based on whoever you want to have. And then I can come in here and just select a battle. And then look, you can select start on auto or not. I love the UI here, guys, to be able to really just play through this, especially as some of the battles go on longer. Just to be able to play it on auto is huge. And that one we worked through pretty good. My team is pretty solid here. Let's do another one of those. Here, there we go. 12,000. My team. We're going to go in here, do this again. I mean, it's been, guys, you guys are just seeing this is just fun at this point. Let's go in here, AoE attacks. And again, this is because of, those promo codes, scanning that QR code, I've been able to really get a lot more, points, been able to get a lot better characters to progress through the game. So again, let's go back into the campaign here. And one of the other cool elements is that for every star that you earn, there are rewards along the way. So the purpose of getting 3 stars in some of these is because you want to earn the maximum amount of those rewards down here at the bottom. So I can get at 120 stars, I'm going to be earning 50 gems. That's pretty cool, right? I like that. Again, there's just some of this element of, hey, and now watch, ready? So now we're going to get another cutscene.
Told them they would be led to their new home on the other side of Tilshire. Wasting no time, the company hailed the Elven Guard to demand audience with the Queen. They offered to give her news of her friend and ally, King Teba. The Guard promptly returned with his chief, who said, perhaps too affably, "The Queen bids you welcome and friendship. She awaits you in her rooms." Our heroes advanced, nonetheless with caution, into the magnificent palatial hall.
Again, guys, that is just so cool, right? When you see that, like, those cutscenes, that is such a really, really cool thing to do there. But here's where I want to, back out a sec. I wanted to see another one of those. Where I really want to go to here is as you go to your champions, and we're gonna upgrade this guy's skills here, and he is a defense. So let's come here, go to these masteries and resistance, or let's go to just defense. Let's just do that. We'll do that one. But here's what I really love about this is that every single character has lore. And it's not just a little blurb. I mean, it is the attention to detail here. This is passion right here. There is a passion to these characters of just the detail in here to talk about their lore. And that's not just for the legendaries. Look, there's, this champion's lore is surrounded, right? So for some of these champions, there's lore involved of, hey, this guy's cool, this guy's cool. I really like that. I think it's very, very cool. Again, for the lower characters, it is nice that it's like, not really giving you quite their lore, but then you get up here and there's a lot of lore. And there's a passion involved that whoever created these characters, and this goes to the kind of game that this is. There's not an IP behind this. This is their own IP. They're creating these. So the passion going into this is somebody created this character and said, this is my idea. Let's make this guy. Let's make him look like this. And that, I think, is something that a lot of games, when they're attached to an IP, sort of miss. Now, I want to open up some shards here, and I'm going to show you guys something really cool. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just summon 10 of these. Look at this. Summon 10. That is super nice to be able to open up 10 of those. All right. So we just got a bunch of champions there. Here's what is really, really interesting. Is you have this mercy system. This activates after you summon a certain number of shards without getting a champion of a specific rarity. So the entire idea here that they're trying to show you is that, hey, if you aren't getting the best pulls from these, we're going to start increasing your chances of getting an epic or legendary or mythical pull. And that is really cool in my opinion. They're trying to say, hey, you know what? We recognize that you should be getting these. If not, we're going to make sure that that happens. So let's summon another one here. Open up these shards. All right, and we got a Preacher level 1. And then we can do this one more time. So now, look, we are at our point where we're going to be able to start earning some extra chances from my... Oops. I got to increase my champion slots, I guess. All right. Well, let's go do that real quick then. All right. So we see we have a couple of duplicates here. And I'm going to kind of show you guys what we can do in order to get rid of those duplicates. So you can come to your tavern here. And I'm going to select the Preacher. And then what I'm going to do is move the Preacher here and upgrade. And so now I can turn that character directly into experience. Take this one here. Oops. So now let's go to my Thrall. And we'll move that in there. And boom, upgrade that. And now I can take this guy here. Move him. Upgrade. Boom. And you can do that even, as you guys saw. If I want to just increase my Death Knight with this guy, I can do that as well. So you can trade in champions and turn them into other champions, which is very, very cool. I found that is one of the things I found that I was like, man, that is actually a lot of fun. That you get to kind of work through that and upgrade them that way. The other thing that's cool is if I want to upgrade the rank of my sniper, let's say I want to just use this character here and this character here. I can sacrifice those two characters and upgrade the sniper. Let's say that I want to use this person. You can fuse champions. This is something, again, I'm not near this, but look at this. Are you sure you want to sacrifice? Are you sure you want to show this? That is awesome. This is a really, really great thing that they're like, hey, because you would do this and not know that you sacrifice somebody you may need later on. So instead, I'm going to just upgrade those ones because I'm going to upgrade my sniper. Now she moves up to 3-star. And, she lost her levels. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and just give her some levels. Let's give her another one of those. And one more. Let's bring her back up to at least some, level 18. Looks a little bit better, right? So now let's go back to our portal. We're going to open up another summon. All right, and we got a Yeoman, which again, that's a common character. And now we can get a Ancient Shard. I've been saving this for this video. Rare, epic, or legendary unit. Let's go. Come on. All right, we got Chopper, who is a rare character. So, okay, that's about what I would expect, right? You know, you're not going to get the best pulls every single time. But, hey, that's pretty cool. So now I can come down here, and I've got to claim some challenges. Go, and then I can go to my champions. And I've got Chopper, who is a orc, right? Which goes well with Tagore. So again, guys, if you go ahead and you have the one, you scan this QR code, right? That I'm going to pull back up here. Scan the QR code right here. What this QR code does, it's not only going to give you the Elenarl upon download. You're going to get Tagore, and then you're going to get another character at level 15. So just bear that in mind, that this guy here fits in with the Chopper that I just got here as well. So now I can go to my tavern, and I'm going to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to upgrade this guy, and I want to start using him with orcs. So we're just going to throw some levels on him. Let's upgrade him that way. Boom. Level 20. Now I've got another champion that I can use. So there's just a lot of really cool stuff that I haven't even begun to just completely scratch the surface here with. But guys, I'm telling you, this is a game that I am looking forward to fully immersing myself into and really kind of diving into. So you guys are going to be seeing me create more and more content around this game. You know, and hopefully if you are ever interested, if you're interested in playing with me or playing this game, go ahead and download it. There'll be a link down below. I will have a section of the Discord for promos. And then, of course, make sure you check out this lovely QR code that I've got up here. That QR code going to be able to get you some extra rewards at the start of the game that otherwise you wouldn't have access to. And that allows you to just dominate your early arena. So we're going to do one last arena battle here, and then we're going to call it good, guys. I've had so much fun playing this, and I hope you guys you know, join me. You know, this is a game that, again, going to continue to play this just because, man, I mean, look at that. It just massacred that team. So really appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, like, subscribe, comment. I love you all, and I will see you on the, I guess we can't say the holo tables because this is Raid Shadow Legends. So we will see you in the Great Hall. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, my friends.